Hello and welcome back to Ellie Talks Tech. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up and operate my GODOX SL 150 watt video light. This is version 2, which is important because the fans are different. So we're going to be walking through attaching it to a stand, using it with a softbox, using it with the spot, and just some of the settings on the light body itself, as well as how it functions. If you're ready, let's get into it. First things first, we need to know what comes in the box. So the SL 150 watt is going to come with this nice weighted body. It feels pretty durable. It's not lightweight, but it's not too heavy. I can lift it with one hand, right? It's about a foot-ish long. Has a nice kickstand that keeps it from rolling off of your surfaces, which you can see here. Not gonna roll. And then on the body, we have this dial. When the dial is loose, you can position how it sits on the stand. Here's our whisper fan, like it's so quiet, you can't hear it when it's running. And then we have our control panel and power supply. It also comes with a cover for the light itself, which you should always have on when you are not using it. That's gonna help it store more safely. Next, we have this cover for the light. This is gonna help direct a spotlight. It's extremely reflective inside, as you can see. So that's great if you're using it to really illuminate one thing with very obvious, harsh lighting. And then, of course, we have a power cord. This is not a battery-operated light. It is powered, and it's a really pretty nice long power cord. I would say maybe 12 to 15 feet. I'll drop the specifics in the caption below. So that's what comes in the light box. And now we're gonna take a closer look at that control panel. So you'll go ahead and take the power cord provided, or if you don't have this one, use balanced power, right? You'll plug it right in, and then you'll use this switch to turn it on. You can see the light behind me, it's definitely on. So I'm gonna flip it and we're gonna take a look. So on this panel, you'll see effects, GR, and channel. This dial will control the brightness of the light. So you can turn it up. You can see that percentage is going up. Or you can turn it down to decrease the intensity of the light. The effects is a strobe. According to the manufacturer, the first 2 FX settings are flashes. The next 2 are supposed to replicate a storm. Number 5 is a TV. Number 6 is a broken bulb. Number 7 is a candle. Number 8 and 9 are both fireworks. So you can achieve different effects that way. Just press that button to turn it off again. The channels are ways to save the settings. So if you have a certain strobe that you like, a certain light intensity, that's how you save that. And you can see you can toggle here between subsettings in that channel. You can change the channel here. And it's really as simple as that. Last thing, of course, this fan has been running the whole time, but you can't hear it. If you turn the fan off, it does not turn the light off, but the body will overheat a little bit faster. So that's how this control panel works on the light. Next, we're gonna take a look at that deep parabolic softbox. Mine is a 26-inch, but you can get them in a lot of different sizes. So when you get it in the box, it will be collapsed. It's not gonna be expanded like this, but I wanna show you expanded, and then I'll show you how to collapse or re-expand it. So the inside of this soft box, it's gonna have an extremely reflective surface, as well as you'll notice snaps inside that will hold the smaller diffuser, and then there's this thick Velcro band that can hold a bigger diffuser and even the grid that I'll be showing you in just a moment. So if you're going to be expanding or collapsing it, you want to go ahead and just loosen up the fabric. So it'll look like this. And then you can see the pins all around for each of the arms. So in order to collapse these arms, you're going to take the pins on either side and just press it down, and it'll immediately release it. So we're going to collapse all of these, and then I'll show you how to pull it back up. So it'll come in the box to you like this. It'll be nice and loose with all of the pins popped up. So in order to assemble this light, the first thing you're going to do, again, making sure that this fabric is nice and loose, you're just going to find arms on opposite sides and begin to snap it upwards. You'll hear it lock into place. And it's as simple as that. So it really is a quick open softbox. Once you have it assembled, you'll just sort of Velcro that fabric back around softbox frames. And now we're going to put the diffusers in. So the first diffuser you're going to put in is this small one. You can see it has snaps. So what I like to do is just make sure that the way that I snap it in won't twist the fabric while I'm shooting. And you'll just work your way around. Once this is snapped into place and suspended, like this, you'll go ahead and get the bigger diffuser cover and you'll Velcro it in. If you're using it with a grid like I am, you will want to make sure that you're Velcroing on the lower part of this diaphragm so that it will fit on in addition to the diffuser. So now we have our white diffuser on. The last step is the grid. It depends on where you order this from and if they're running a sale or a special. But when I ordered mine, the grid actually came at a discounted rate, which is great because most people will end up getting it anyway. So this grid looks a lot like fishing net, chicken wire, but we already saw how it worked in that demo, right? It makes a huge difference. So we're gonna go ahead and attach that as well, just again, using the Velcro to hold it in place. It does have a thicker band than the white diffuser, so you want to leave more room for it than you did for that white diffuser. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, it will diffuse light regardless of how perfectly Velcroed on it is, but you do want it to be secure. Okay, now our softbox is assembled. So this is how it's going to look. And we're just going to attach it to our light body. So again, all you're going to have to do with that is use the snap in place feature where you line up the squares and lock it in place. Let me show you. So of course, first you're going to release the cap on this light. So you'll hold the switch down with one hand and then just twist it to release. Then you're going to go ahead and take this guy and you'll twist it in place. Now I often will put this light on the stand first and then twist it into place. I chose specifically the Impact 9.5 foot heavy duty air cushioned stand for this light because I will be taking it on locations. I like something that's a little bit more durable, especially if I'm going to be in a high traffic area or if it's going to be outside. Again, this light is powered by a cord, but there are a lot of electricity solutions in most places these days, so that doesn't exclude it from being part of an outdoor shoot. So this stand, because it has a lock on the bottom and the base above the legs, you're going to have to loosen both of those before you assemble. And you can see that these feet will just slide out, and then you can expand them and slide it down the pole until it's positioned flat and level on the ground. And then what you'll want to do is lock all of those feet back in. From there, of course, you can position this higher or lower as needed. I'm going to put it at a pretty low height here so that I can show you how to put the light body on this stand. As I mentioned before, this handle has a hole for a stand on the base. The Impact stand actually comes with two different sizes. So there's a larger screw and there's a smaller screw. The smaller screw fits this light. You can also position it so that the light stand is mounted on the side rather than on the top, but I'm going to mount it on the top for this particular video. So you want to make sure that the screw here is loose, and then you'll just slide it right on. and then you'll screw it back into place using the screw that came on the light body. So now you have your light. And again, if you have someone operating this light, then you don't need to lock the dial on the side of the body. But if no one's going to be operating it by hand the whole shoot, then you definitely want to lock it into place once it's positioned. And then of course I'm going to put my softbox on by lining up the squares in the softbox frame with the notches in the light body. So now you can see the softbox is nice and tight on the light. And that's how you assemble it. So while I gave you my final thoughts on how the light functions and what I like and don't like about it in the demo, I hope that this video actually helped you see how to set it up and operate it so that you can use it in your own shoots moving forward. If you have any questions or if you want to check out the gear, just head to the caption, the comments, get the information you need, and I hope that this helps you light your next video even better. As always, if this video helped you or you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button and then go ahead and watch whatever next video YouTube thinks would suit you best. See you back here real soon.